Hello! In this tutorial series, we will create a terrain from scratch using GeoGen, a program developed by the team at JangaFX. We will create a terrain in this software, which we will then export and render using Octane Render in its standalone version. But first, let's start with an introduction. The first 3D graphics software I ever worked with was Terragen, developed by PlanetSide. This was back in 2005, so quite a long time ago. At that time, I had a trial version of the software on a CD from a computer magazine. It was one of the earliest versions of the program. It has continued to remain on the market and even offers a free version. It's quite a popular program, and you can find tutorials about it on YouTube. The free version does come with certain limitations. Price-wise, it's not very expensive, with a fairly affordable monthly plan. We won't be focusing on it in this tutorial. In fact, I haven't used it much since 2005, as I wasn't too excited about its interface, but perhaps we'll dedicate a tutorial or two to it in the future. Another software I worked with back in 2010 to 2011 is Bryce 7 Pro, which is currently sold by DAZ 3D. It was interesting software, but it seems that DAZ stopped its development around 2010. Instead, DAZ introduced another solution based on their main software, DAZ Studio, called Ultrascenery 2. This product is quite affordable and suitable for those already working with DAZ Studio. You can read more about it on the DAZ 3D website. All these links will be included in the description of this video. The next terrain and digital nature generation software we will discuss is View by Bentley, also known as Eon View. It was a top-tier software in its time and was even used in the film industry for some well-known productions. Currently, Bentley has discontinued its development but offers it completely free on their website, along with a rich package of models. The last version was released this year, 2024, though it is partially incomplete. You can also find plenty of tutorials about it on YouTube. Although it's a powerful software, when it comes to procedural terrain creation, it has certain limitations, especially in simulating erosion, which is why many users also relied on another software, World Machine. I can't say I've used this software too much because I found it somewhat cumbersome. It uses a node-based system, somewhat similar to that of View. It's also not cheap at all. And, like with Terragen, I find its interface a bit outdated. In parallel with these programs, a more underground software called GeoControl was developed, which rebranded as World Creator in 2016 to 2017 and became a sort of new kid on the block with impressive performance. It's not a node-based software like the previous ones, but rather a tool that combines terrain sculpting with procedural construction based on parameters. It's not a cheap program either. The most affordable version, called Casual, is for hobby use only, without commercial rights, and costs $149. However, those using Octane Render have the advantage of accessing other software packages through the Studio Plus plan, including the latest version of World Creator. For €24 per month, or €20 with an annual subscription, you get access to Octane Render, all plugins, and several powerful software tools, including World Creator. It should be noted, though, that this version has a limitation: you can only export in ORBX format, which is the format used by Octane standalone. It's fairly easy to export the height map from this format, but I haven't found any information on whether this might violate the Octane license. It's also worth mentioning the terrain generation plugins for Blender. Many of these can be found on Blender Market. Their prices range from a few dozen to a few $100s, as you can see. Another remarkable software is Gaea by QuadSpinner. It's also node-based and has gained significant traction in recent years. In fact, the main author of this software, Dax Pandy, was one of the creators of some of the most interesting study materials for Eon View. I don't own or use this software, but I might return with a dedicated tutorial on it in the future. The software offers an indie version that is very affordable at $100, along with more advanced versions. There's also a free version available, which has limitations similar to other software of this type, like PlanetSide Terragen. Returning now to GeoGen. I discovered this software after examining the package offered by Octane Render. As you can see, they provide the GeoGenFX software for generating fluids, smoke, flames, and other special effects. Unfortunately, the version offered by Octane is not up to date with the one developed by JangaFX. In this way, by browsing the original site, I came across GeoGen and was impressed by its capabilities. As we can see on JangaFX's website, they produce several programs, including Emergen, as I mentioned earlier, GeoGen, and a liquid simulator called LeakyGen. The workflow in GeoGen is somewhat similar to that of Gaea, as mentioned earlier, as well as World Machine. It's a node-based software that offers a non-destructive workflow with many interesting options that we will explore in the upcoming tutorials. As for pricing, the entire suite has a reasonable price, around $450. Alternatively, there is a rent-to-own option where GeoGen is available for an affordable $10 per month. That would be the introduction. Next, we will analyze the software interface in the following tutorial. Wow! We've reached the end. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. This helps us grow the channel and learn more together. Have a wonderful day!